Oh, yeah? Well, I don't vibe with Migos. It's the Going Off podcast with the Rap Critic and Muse. Rap Critic, it's Grammy season!
Yeah,
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. So, yeah, how about them Grammys?
boy. Bro.
Oof.
So wrong. So very wrong.
You know,
It's just in this humble critic's opinion.
it was two very different experiences, I'm gonna say that. Because, on one hand, if you just watch the performances, holy shit, everyone killed.
Jesus Christ.
Just off the top of my head, fucking Kendrick's was amazing, great way to open the show. Kesha, Cyndi Lauper, and everyone else next to her, that was incredible. Pink had a great performance. Bruno and Cardi, Lady Gaga, Elton John, and Miley Cyrus. Then there's the awards.
Yeah. So
Holy fucking shit!
let's talk about it. Let's talk
Ooh.
about it. We got Album of the Year.
Oh, you're gonna start there.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Oh boy. So,
Get out of here. Get all the way out of my fucking face. Alright, let's get to it.
yeah.
So we got Album of the Year nominees. Awaken My Love by Childish Gambino. Okay?
Okay.
444 by Jay-Z. Jesus Christ. Damn! By Kendrick Lamar. What? 2 rap albums up for album of the year? Not rap album of the year. Album of the year.
And let's just go ahead and say, I've been dealing with this inner turmoil all 2017, trying to figure out which album I enjoyed better. What is the better album? 444 or Damn?
I know.
Foolishly looked to the Grammys and said, you know what? Record industry elites, maybe you can figure this out for me. Maybe you can be the
we
clarity.
all know it's not. Is no other competition.
No! What other possibility could there be? Gambino, we talked about that album on the show also. It wasn't my cup of tea exactly.
Yeah.
But I dug it. It was enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got? What other albums do we possibly have in this lineup? Because so far it is star-studded.
But, and Melodrama by Lord.
Oh, yeah.
And 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars. Now, honestly, like, those last 2 names, I mean, yeah, they good. Like singles-wise, yeah, they have some tight singles, but, like, album-wise, we're not even thinking about that. We know what the two ones are.
The creme de la creme.
The winner is 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars. What the fuck? What the absolute fuck?
It turns out Bruno Mars had the greatest album after all. Bitch, be humble.
No.
No?
No.
You know, I've seen some different takes on this, and, you know, honestly, I think we do this every year. I think we have the same conversation every year, because the Grammys does the same shit every year. And ya boy, Melon, apparently, people are calling him now, went on Twitter and said, fucking Grammys always plays it fucking safe. Like, this shouldn't be a surprise.
Of course they do.
But, fucking, I'm sorry, though, but, like, I'm just trying to get this through my head here, because if you wanted to play it safe, then you could go with Gambino.
Right!
But, you're really gonna go with the album that had 3 singles all year over what every website is putting as the #1 best album of the year. How did you decide this? What's the criteria anymore?
I don't understand.
I just feel like a pawn. I feel helpless, watching on as I see this all unfold before my eyes. Powerless to help it, powerless to control it.
That's not all that happened. They got a couple things right. Going down to record of the year, we have Red Bone by Childish Gambino. Okay. Despacito.
Okay.
All right. Story of OJ. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go right here.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Humble.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, solid. Matter of fact, between the two of them, I'm gonna honestly say, as far as being a record, I would go with Story of OJ.
Story of OJ is the better track in my opinion. Now,
there's more going on musically.
If it came down to Story of OJ or DNA, then it's DNA.
Ooh. Yeah, that's harder. Yeah.
DNA is arguably
Jesus Christ.
It's like top 3 songs of last year, man.
That's literally my number 1 song of last year.
It's incredible.
And the performance. Oh my God. I was just listening just to see if he would be able to stay in the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a beat switch up.
Yeah.
And he did it, and I was like, oh shit. Yo.
That was a flawless performance, dude.
Yes. Oh my goodness. This man is getting better by the performance, bro. It is out of this world. I couldn't, I'll be watching clips of stuff, and I'll be playing a video game and looking at it, looking back, just to see if it can. Yo, I had to pause the game because I couldn't stop looking at the freaking, video and what was happening and all the visuals and just how the music aligned with it. And I think there was a new song that was premiered. I don't even know what song that was.
Yeah, I thought so too, yeah.
And that rarely happens. People don't do that, People don't do that thing where it's because a lot of people, when they perform, they like to go with the safe bet, right? You've already heard of this song, so it's completely okay for me to perform this song now. But he was going no, you don't know what this is, and I still have so much faith in this piece that I know it's gonna fucking jam. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like he's done that the last few times, where they'll randomly use a little sample of something just thrown in.
And I love that he keeps doing that, because it keeps his name fresh. You know what I'm saying? Because the album's already out, and now we're already talking about wait, what about this new music? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just like Jay-Z was being kind of slick right now when he put out 444 last year, sometime mid last year, right in the middle of the summer. Then all of a sudden, the past month, we're getting 3 or 4 music videos for 444. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Just when you thought he was done. I was also multitasking on Sunday. We were watching the Royal Rumble at the same time as the Grammys, what we have lovingly deemed the Grumblies. When you watch them at the same time, I don't know what match was happening when that Kendrick performance started, because I just never looked back at that shit. That had 100% of my attention. But the award, we were talking about an award.
Oh, yes, of course. So the winner was 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars.
Oh!
Come on now!
24 Karat Magic. Not even that song sucks shit compared to the other singles on that album. Not even That's What I Like? Come on. Come on! What are the rules? I need the rules.
Know. I don't know. What the fuck? Even if you were going purely for popularity, fucking Despacito.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Despacito, they went ahead. They had the two dudes go up there and perform the song. They told Bieber to stay the fuck home. You know how happy I was to not see his white ass up on stage with them? And then, just to have them yank that away. Bullshit. I would have been fine with Despacito winning that award, even though if it wasn't my favorite all year. I would have understood it. How long was that song number 1? Months.
Oh my goodness. I would look at the YouTube viral charts, and I would think that they were a month behind, because I was like, wait a minute.
They just never update that shit, yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't fucking have to.
You thought you were looking at the homepage of blip.tv. You were looking at that one guy talk about that Charlie Brown vinyl album he has in his collection.
Yeah.
And you're wondering, what the fuck? Where's the creator spotlight? Can we get to the other one? The other big, giant fuck you. I couldn't be talking about any other award other than Best Pop Solo Performance. Can we just break this down here for a second?
All right.
We've got...
you sound like you're, like, out of breath.
We've got What About Us by Pink. We've got Million Reasons by Lady Gaga. We've got Prayin' by Kesha. Love So Soft, a song I literally never heard in my life, by Kelly Clarkson. And God Damn Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. After Kesha's insane, emotionally charged, powerful, you could feel that shit on your couch through the TV performance. And we're gonna give it to, not even in the goddamn building, Ed Sheeran. Fuck all the way out of here. I don't even want to hear about safe picks on that one. Fuck off. Fuck off. Ed Sheeran's pasty ass with his song I wrote for Rihanna, but then decided, no, I'm gonna do it myself. Fuck off. That shit enraged me so much. That shit got me as bad as Bruno fucking sweeping. Like, what the fuck? Best pop album, Ed Sheeran gets that shit again over fucking Lana Del Rey, Kesha, and Lady Gaga. Fucking Rainbow by Kesha is no exaggeration in my top 5 albums of last year. And can I just mention one other thing we probably weren't even gonna mention? The fucking Chase the Rapper Award. Best New Artist, okay? SZA, Julia Michaels, Lil Uzi Vert, Khalid, Alessia Cara. I've not made it secret on this show that I am a fan of Alessia Cara, but she is not a goddamn new artist.
Yeah, compared to how slow as shit fucking the Grammys works.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
That fucking song talking about being at the party and everyone else is smoking weed, that song is like 2 or 3 years old by this point. That should have been Khalid or SZA all day. Maybe even Lil Uzi Vert, to be honest.
Yeah, but that is a lot.
I'm not a big fan of him musically, but Lil Uzi Vert is okay in my book from just about every video I've seen of the dude, because he seems like a guy that would be really fun to have on the podcast, because he seems down to earth and chill.
We have Best Rap Performance, Bounce Back, Bodak Yellow, 444, Humble, and Bad and Bougie. Okay, at least they made a decision there. They went with Humble. You know?
Which, again, I might say 444, but nah, Humble is a catchier song.
Yeah. As performance, pure performance, like like as a lyricist, it is a better song, right? Like better lyrically. Mm-hmm. And then you get Best Rap Song Performance. This one I fully agree with, because you have Problems by Black or Six Lack. I never heard it.
Smooth Move, Six Lacks, yeah.
You got Crew by Gold Link, which I actually really liked. Every day I'm with my team.
I was so surprised to see fucking Gold Link on there. It made me happy.
Yeah, that shit snaps. You got Family Feud by Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Great song.
It's okay. Loyalty by Kendrick Lamar. Stellar song. And Love Galore by SZA. And the winner was that song. And the winner was Loyalty. Like, I gotta give him that, yeah. Yo, that's what's up.
You're not gonna get an argument from me on that one.
Yeah. Best rap song was Humble. Between Story of OJ, Sassy. That's Rhapsody. Yeah. Chase Me. I have heard that one. I heard that one.
That's a great fucking song, yeah.
And Bodak Yellow. And I'm like, all right, between these, best rap song all around. Oh man, you know what? Actually, I would go with Humble because Humble works in more places than Story of OJ does. You know,
True.
you
True.
can't throw on Story of OJ at the club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
doesn't really
That's true.
pop like that. So like
Uh,
as an all-around rap song, all right, I'll see you there.
yeah.
Winner of best rap album, damn.
This is controversial.
Mm.
This is controversial because everyone except Fuck Migos. This is stacked. Tyler the Creator,
Yeah,
Flower
yeah.
Boy, Rhapsody, Getting Love Again in the best rap album category.
Oh my god!
I was so fucking surprised and so happy because we didn't
Dude,
talk about it on the show, but that album is awesome.
Dude, take off my motherfucking rap critic hat. North Carolina, stand the fuck up right now.
Oh.
They had to recognize.
Then we got 444 and Damn, which, like I said before, was my inner turmoil, my dilemma of trying to pick between the two. And they go with Damn.
I'm trying to remember what was my definitive score for you know what I'm saying? Like, what did I say when it came out? Like, did I give like the 5.42? You know what I'm saying?
I think you just ended up giving it a blanket 5 to both of them on the show.
Okay.
I don't remember if you had something different on paper, if you rounded down.
Because I'm trying to think of I'm even trying to think of which album have I listened to more, but I'm like, I really don't know.
It's probably a tie for me, honestly.
Yeah. Jesus.
Like, both albums are so complex in not only the subject matter, but also the style and the tone. Both of them are all over the place.
You know what? I'll nudge that edge. Like, what Jay-Z did was very challenging to the expected norm of what Jay-Z is, right? And I appreciate that on that level. But at the same time, I do feel like musically, as a whole, Damn was more experimental and made more work with that. Like, it was experimental for Jay-Z to be working with those instruments. But overall, it isn't in and of itself experimental because it's like, we know this sound from, if you listen to like Def Jux and them boys back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, Kendrick was really doing like different things. He had fucking U2 on a track, for God's sakes. Like,
yeah,
this wasn't like the typical, sound. It might not have been as much of a departure as To Pimp a Butterfly was, but it still was going to a new place, So, like, I'm like, all right, you know what? At the end of the day, I'll agree with that. If they really wanted to turn the tables, they should have thrown it to my girl, Rhapsody, but, it's all good. It's all good.
It's an honor just to be nominated, they say.
Exactly.
I do gotta say, at the end of the day, it does make me a little sad, though, to see Jay-Z not get anything.
Yeah, I'm like what? Like, somebody said Jay-Z was supposed to, was gonna give a speech. Like, this was supposed to be his if he was gonna run for president, this would be and it was like he felt like he was robbed of that moment. I was like, I didn't even think of that, but all right, maybe. But no, what I think is funny is that like people are saying like, yeah, because my boy Kendrick got robbed a couple years ago. It's like, well, oh wait, actually, you know what? Actually, Jay-Z has won a lot of awards, I believe.
In the past, yeah, I'm sure he has.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, all right, we've given you yours, right? So maybe that's it. Like, they're just like, you've been in here for a while, and he's recently been snubbed.
My favorite GIF and meme coming out of the night, by the way, is Blue Ivy. Have you seen this?
Oh, yeah, wait! She's clapping! Beyonce's clapping, and then, like, Blue just goes like, stop, don't stop clapping.
I'm still trying to figure out. It was during Camila Cabello's speech about dreamers and like undocumented immigrants and like just immigrants in general in the music industry. And yeah, there's like a little applause break. It just pans over, and you see Jay-Z and Beyonce clapping. Blue Ivy just looks over to the both of them, and she's just like, chill. And they both just slowly stop clapping. Like, oh, okay.
Yo!
I don't know why.
Yo,
it's great.
This kid was like, don't clap for those peasants.
Like, she had a look on her face like this is supposed to be a respectable moment, be quiet, kind of like look on her face. I want to know what the thought process there was, because that's so fucking great. The maturity on the face is so funny.
And best music video.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, what were the nominees?
So you had Up All Night by Beck.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
Makeba by Jane.
Haven't seen that one.
The Story of OJ by Jay-Z.
Okay.
Humble by Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
1-800-273-8255 by Logic.
Okay.
Now, did you see who the winner was?
No, I have not. I still don't know.
Your boy. You know him, you love him.
No.
The 2-time champion of the world, Kendrick Lamar for Humble.
You had me scared. And you know, I'm gonna say this straight up. Fucking the music video for the Logic track. I'm not trying to take anything away from it. It is a great video. But it does feel cheap at some points. I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen it yet.
So there is an underlining story about this kid who's dealing with his sexual identity and his sexual orientation, and he's dealing with that. He's dealing with issues at school. I think there's even like a molestation subplot in there. Like, there's a lot going on. It is heavy. You got Don Cheadle as the dad. You got Louise Guzman in there. It's a really good video, but what it comes down to is Alessia Cara is just like a singing face on a poster in a hallway, and Logic is just like on the computer screens in the lab in the high school.
So is it like Gangsta's Paradise, where you see his face like a cloud of, a puff?
Yeah, it's like, what? I get the story that you're like trying to take it like, this is the story, this is separate. But why couldn't you just have them there in person? It looks bad. Like, it looked really cheap. It took away from it, and I hated that, because otherwise it was a really good video, but it was just like, why did they skimp on that?
Or if you're not gonna do it, like if it's supposed to be just centered on the story, which as I'm watching the video, I'm seeing that, it's like, then just have it be that. Don't put that in there.
Don't show them.
Yeah, exactly, because that just draws attention to it. Like, wait, why aren't they more involved in the video directly,
Yeah. It reminds me, not on par with the Logic music video, but the music video for Crazy Kids by Kesha a few years back.
Yes, I remember that.
It was her and Will.i.am, and in that video, there's just like a robot, like astronaut suit, and they just superimpose Will.i.am's face on the space helmet.
Yeah,
it's like he couldn't even be fucking asked to show up and do his fucking part on that video. He filmed it against a green screen in his own goddamn house. You can tell. But, yeah, like I said, not on par. And that's not on par or is reflective of Kesha's more recent work. She has come a long way.
Yes.
Let's just celebrate that last album was kind of shit. But, like I said, Rainbow is amazing. And for those listening right now who, you're checking this out as a hip-hop podcast and you don't really fuck with pop too much, give that album a chance. It's very varied. It's very serious and heartfelt at times. It's also very fun and upbeat at other points. It's got it all, in my opinion. It was probably the best pop album I had heard.
Well, okay, so for me, I think Story of OJ should have won.
Story of OJ for the music video?
Yeah, for music video. I think it's a better looking music video.
Yes, I agree. I was trying to picture in my head the music video for Humble, and it's got good imagery, and I like how it goes to all these different sets and everything. But just the aesthetic, the overall aesthetic of Story of OJ,
it means more, you know?
Exactly, yeah. Like having Kendrick dressed as like a pope or a priest in a cathedral, it's like, yeah, that's a cool image, but I don't get it. I don't know what it means.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Him with a giant head with a fucking fisheye lens driving a bike down a street, it looks cool, but doesn't mean anything. The fucking Story of OJ, that fucking got people's attention. Because it was looking like a racist-ass 1930s cartoon in 2017. And yeah, that had a lot more cultural significance overall. That came out before the album did, didn't it?
Yep.
Like that was the teaser.
Yeah, because I remember you couldn't find it. Because like I saw a clip on Twitter and I was like, wait, is there a new album? Is this like something that they were gonna do but they didn't get around to or something like that? Because I was like, why can't I find it anywhere? You know?
When that fucking came out, like all my doubt for that album went out the fucking window. It was just like, all right, I'm really excited for this. And again, I never thought I'd be excited for a Jay-Z album, but there I was, thanks to Story of OJ.
Yeah.
I was already looking forward to Damn, you know? Humble didn't make me more excited. You know, I liked, going back to song, I liked that little teaser track better than Humble.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, part 4 or something?
Yeah, the Heart Part 4.
I ended up liking that song better than Humble. I was annoyed it wasn't on the album.
Yeah, because I was like, hey, wait a minute.
Put that on the unmastered, unnamed Volume 2 or whatever. Yeah,
I like that it feels like there's like a world full of music, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, it's not just the album, there's all this other shit going on, you know? But yo, I know what you guys want to hear. I know what you've been waiting for. That album review.
Ooh, which one?
We gotta let the people know.
Starting things off on the Going Off podcast with our back-to-back double-header album reviews requested on Patreon. We got Bardo State by HorrorShow, requested by Christopher Buzza. And if you have an album that you want to request us to review on the podcast, just check out our Patreon pages at either patreon.com/rapcritic or patreon.com/muse for the details. All of it is on there, pretty self-explanatory. Starting things off with HorrorShow. Quite possibly the most teasing, inappropriate, not at all reflective of the style of the music name of a rap duo I've ever fucking seen.
Oh my Jesus. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, alright, we're gonna have some fucking rip-off insane clown posse shit, you know.
It's gonna be the Joker. Remember him?
Yeah, exactly. Release me!
Oh, Jesus Christ. The fucking 3-ring circus bullshit.
I was a jester for in the king's court.
Talk about world building.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we got Bardo State 2017 album by HorrorShow, which, it's one of these rap duos, but I think only the one dude raps, the other dude's probably the, producer. That's usually how this shit goes. The rapper's name is Solo, which is ironic because he isn't.
I respect, like, the fact that he actually, like, speaks with his actual accent, unlike some people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can respect that. I was like, yo, because I was listening to the music and I was like, it didn't matter that he had the accent. I was completely fine with it. Like, it was a part of the style. You know what I'm saying? It was a part of who he was, you know? So I actually enjoyed that. And it also helped that the music is just so fucking crisp and just pretty. Like, oh my God, I wanted to relax on a beach, kick my feet up, yo, feel my toes in the sand. Jesus Christ, Cherry Blossom, yo, when that beat dropped for Cherry Blossom, my dude, I could feel myself, like, you know how in movies, like, you'll see, like, the camera, like, bounces, and then all of a sudden you're in a different place? You know, like the camera just
Yeah.
bounced, and I just like could see myself on like a beautiful beach, you know, with a crystal glass clear sea. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
with the fucking martini in my hand or whatever the fuck, you know? Like Jesus Christ.
The
Oh my
fucking
god.
production on this album was so goddamn crisp. Very
Oh.
very varied from track to track, the
Uh-huh.
style really all over the place. Um Not the biggest fan of Solo though.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's he's the most okay rapper I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, but
Like
I think he has enough varying topics that makes him interesting. You know what I'm
see,
saying?
he's got the varying topics,
Yeah.
but I didn't think he had anything interesting to say. Like,
Hmm.
I'm going through the lyrics on Genius, right? And I was trying to pick out some, like, doozies. And it's very, like,
You know what?
he tells
Actually,
a story, but it's
yeah.
not particularly interesting, or, like, he doesn't really use too many, like, he isn't your typical, like, punchline
Sort of
rapper.
guy, yeah.
He's just telling it like
He
it
doesn't
is.
want to impress, yeah. He had one line. It wasn't in a song, but it was like at the end where he says, money exchanges hands at a rapid rate, like glances between predator and prey. So which one are you? I was like, oh,
Oh yeah, I remember
that was
that.
kind of cold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Where
then we
was
had,
that?
that was a non-stop. And then
Mm.
there was, How We Get Down, which had the weird sort of disco fusion, but I dug it. You know, then we had okay, waiting for all right on Astray, the second track. Did that
Mm.
flow not sound a little bit like Waiting for Tonight? The da 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 da
Oh
da.
yeah.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh wait, is he trying to do some slick shit? I was like, oh, let me shut up before I get him sued.
We
You
don't
know,
know if Australian hip hop duos are on J Lo's radar.
and then he did have so like yeah he doesn't really like try to punch out with lines as much, but when he does they're pretty poignant. Like it says a lot about the state of the game that the biggest rapper in this world is an actor. You know, we don't want to hear what
Mm.
matters. Please just drop another banger. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shit. And then when he said, if I could speak, he's talking to his girl, right? A couple of love jams on here, bro. A couple, and they're all nice. Like that rarely happens, you know? So he says, and if I could speak candidly, this here is just a fantasy, nothing shady, but if you want to understand the tree, then float the idea, yo, let's plant the seed. I was like, ooh, oh shit. Okay, okay, okay. What the fuck? I showed you that video, right? I play around here in these streets, underman these streets, okay, okay. And then he just falls forward and he just goes, okay, oh, what the fuck? And dude just goes, I'm playing. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that line was in the middle of like the random 3 or 4 songs about smoking weed.
Yeah, true.
Where like it didn't like it was weird how they kind of like bunched them together. They were like 3 songs in a row that talk about smoking pot, and the whole rest of the album doesn't even really acknowledge it. But there's like a little block right in the middle that talks about it. I was like, and I don't mind it. It's like it's whatever. It really does tie into this guy is just rapping about what's going on. Like it's very
Yeah.
just this is just who he is. Like you can tell, it's very speaking from the heart because it's all very simple and honest.
Yeah.
And I got an appreciation for that.
Yeah, actually, you know what? You know what I'll say? One that was kind of innovative, kind of interesting was Push.
Yeah.
Where he basically talks about how, you know, following your dreams pushes you away from the people you love, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the way he describes his dreams, the way the music gives it to you, is just like, you understand just how the passion that he has for what he wants to do. And then it's just like, but then you also understand how much he loves the people around him. And it's just like, damn, man. Like, it really made me feel that. It really made me grip that. Like, if I had to come up with a song that would describe that possible feeling, it would be this song. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how
Mm-hmm.
definitive it felt for me.
Overall, I'd probably give it a 3.5. Just because, like, it's probably not something I would fuck with again. It's talking some real shit. It's easy to relate to, which, a lot of people might not get from, most rap stuff. This is very, very in the moment, very just obviously what he was thinking type shit, and that's cool. He says a lot of great stuff, like you had said. It's great stuff to hear, but I think once he kind of got that, the production is really what stood out to me more so than his flow on there. It was kind of very very low key, which just isn't my style per se. So it probably isn't something I would listen to again.
There's a lot of singing and stuff,
Which is fine also, like all that shit has its place. It's just not what I was looking forward to.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you give it?
I gave it, my rating is 4.86.
Dang! Wow,
yeah.
That's high as fuck.
Yeah, I
was not expecting that. Wow, okay.
Enjoyed the shit out of the music that he had to offer.
Cool.
Yeah, so definitely, if you get a chance to check this dude out, give him a chance.
And we got a second Patreon request, and this is from your page.
Yeah! Mackie M10, you've been waiting a while, my friend. This one's for you. We got this fucking bullshit ass album. Yo, look. Alright, so this album's called, the name of the group is, yeah. The name of the album is called Dormtainment. They basically kind of seem like the, Instagram star type of guys, right? Like,
yeah, it's like Vine star rap, yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I didn't know anything about them before I listened to it, and like, I got into like 2 of these tracks, and I was like, this sounds like music that someone would make to play over like Instagram comedy videos. And fucking, I looked them up on YouTube, and I'm like, yep, they make Instagram comedy videos. Yeah. And like, let me see, what was the first song? Oh, it starts off sounding like it's gonna be interesting. You hear the like the alarm clock, and I'm like, okay. And then like it feels like it's like, oh, they're gonna build the beat from this, cool. And then it just devolves, like, and it's like it's gonna be about having to wake up and things like that. Like if you're using a fucking alarm clock on the song, like I'm assuming like they're gonna do something with it. But then it just turns into just like, girl, shake that ass, and it's just like, wait, what? Like that doesn't. Okay, it just doesn't seem like it fits. And then and then it ends really fucking stupidly, where it's just like, hey, I had a dream. Oh, what did you dream about? I dreamed that, like, I had a wet dream about this girl. Oh yeah, was it Alyssa Milano? Nah, it was Milano Alyssa or something like that. And I was just like, okay, that's not a person. What the fuck? I don't get the joke. And then it's like, oh yeah, and then he starts nutting again because he's thinking about her. And then he goes like, oh, why is that puddle brown? It was like, oh, I had a poop dream. I was like, okay.
That really does just let you know what you're in for, doesn't it?
Sets the fucking tone. Because like right after that, we have Baby Yuda Shh. And it's just poop jokes. It's
poop
like
jokes for
poop jokes
4 minutes.
About how, girl, you're like poop to me. A year or so ago, I made an episode of my show where I was satirizing rappers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was satirizing the fact that rappers say I'm the shit all the time. And I was like,
we
should have a character who just, like, he's literally obsessed with shit. Like, that's his whole
and there you go.
And I was like, this literally feels like they stole this song idea from me. Like, I was like,
they stole it from you in 2012.
But, like, this isn't one of those songs that you, like, actually put out as a single. This is a song that you, like, make when you're, like you need background joke music for this one episode. But you're not, like, you don't actually put that shit on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like, it's supposed to be really, like, at the beginning of that Rick and Morty episode, that you hear in the background, they're talking, and then all of a sudden someone's phone goes off. And, of course, it's a funny song because It's just funny that something that they're talking about is being interrupted by something so ridiculous, you know? And so it's like, the song goes like, I'll tell you something, bitch, my name is Robert Downey Jr. And then it just cuts off, and it's just like, that's the point. It's just supposed to be this song. It's not supposed to be something like, you know, to build a career off of, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be like background music, you know?
Yeah.
So, and so this is just like, it's the background music joke going on for way too goddamn long.
See,
dude,
that's the thing, right? Like you said earlier, Instagram, Vine.
They would work for 6 seconds.
Yeah, which is why my favorite track on the album is Roommate Woes.
Yes!
It's 32 seconds. It's a build up to a punchline. The punchline delivers, and you're on to the next song.
It's over.
You don't need a song about baby you the shit, you like feces for 4 minutes. And then ass on the internet for 3.5. There is no reason why these songs are this fucking long.
Dude, they're so bad. Like that song literally only existed to be, you know, on an Instagram video.
And I'm trying to figure out exactly why this didn't work and why I really like I'm the Best. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm the best. I'm the best. That song is almost 4 minutes, right?
Yeah,
but I dig it, and it's funny because I don't know, maybe because you can tell like they're trying the bare minimum, right?
But that's like part of the joke.
Yeah, the joke is that it's so fucking bare bones.
Yeah,
but on
these
this
guys
album,
think they're literally making you laugh with what they're talking about.
On this one, they try just hard enough that it isn't endearing anymore.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it.
Like, it reminded me, as far as an album goes, I'm gonna compare it to, like, Ninja Sex Party. Because Ninja Sex Party, it's comedy, they're telling jokes, but it's in the structure of a song. Their songs are pretty fucking short.
Yeah, there's maybe one or two real songs.
And they're super fucking catchy, because they're established, talented musicians. But you can tell that these guys aren't, because they're just internet comedians, and should stick to that, because it doesn't translate.
Lonely Island, the way a lot of their songs work is that they get more intense as it goes on. That's the joke. You can't just keep the joke on one note. It has to go somewhere different so that it keeps being funny, you know?
The thing that got me the most on this album was how so many times it'd be going for like 6 bars, and you'd think it was building to a joke.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't. It just never got there. It was just like, woo. I don't know if this is on Genius or not. I imagine it isn't.
Like 5 of them are. Oh my god! Oh, the fucking dumbest one. So there was one good lyric on this song called Spendin', right? And like he goes, you know, the song is I'm spending, you know, spending all your money. There was one line where he said, I'm wasting money, 10 Gucci belts, but only 1 waist. I was like, that is funny. It was like, what's the point of buying more than one, you know, thing, especially 12 of them, if you only have one, like, body to use it on? You know what I'm saying? I was like, that was kind of funny, but then everything else, like, all of the jokes were lesser, and so it didn't really feel like it was, you know, like, that should have been, like, the final joke if that's where they were gonna go with it. You know? But, like, I'll say the other lyrics, right? So, that one's a good one, you know, 10 Gucci belts but 1 waist, 9 Shaq shoes, got no taste, 8 tattoos on my damn face, 7 days a week, all I do is waste. Like, those weren't, like, funny. They didn't say it. There was no joke there. You know what I mean? There was no pop, you know? And then he says, then I went to the zoo, bought a giraffe and his neck. Like, would you only buy a giraffe and not the neck? Like, I don't understand. So
But what does he rhyme it with?
Then I cut off his neck and replaced his neck with a check. Like
that's that's not a joke.
Yeah, like that's just random. And it's not even like interesting random, because it's like,
Nah.
okay, you cut off a giraffe's neck and you put like a piece of paper on the neck? Like, that's dumb. Is the joke like, oh, get your neck fixed with this money that I just threw at you? Like, I don't know, does that work as a joke? It doesn't really translate, you know what I mean?
The music video for Ballin' on a Budget, right? It has Spendin' as like a little interlude intro that goes for like 20 to 30 seconds, and then the transition into Ballin' on a Budget is funny because they're two songs about spending money, but they contrast each other, right?
Yeah, one leads into the other. That's what's funny.
When Spendin' is a full song, it loses it. It's like, oh shit, it's a full 3 minutes before another song that's another 3 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
No!
Oh.
No!
And then okay, so Roommate Woes. We talked about that one, right?
Yeah.
So my problem with that video, though, is the fact that it goes on too long. Like, they belabor the joke. This song, honestly, was the best fucking song on the whole goddamn album because it didn't belabor the joke. You know, like we said earlier, it's there and it's over. But on the video, you know, and the video went just the way I pictured it. I was just like, yo, I wonder what I gotta see what the video looks like. And it went exactly the way you pictured that it would look like, right? But the problem is, at the end, you know, you have that moment where you look, you know, somebody's doing something stupid, and you're looking at them, and it's like, the funniness comes from the fact that it's an awkward situation. If someone with some fucking sense was looking at you while they were doing something so embarrassing, they would stop. But it's the fact that they're not stopping, that's the joke. You know what I'm saying? But then he goes like, he says a line, he goes like, hey, could you stop doing that in my room? And it's just like, all right, yeah. And then he's like, hey, seriously, stop. Who even is that? That's not even a person. You're not even my roommate. And it's just like, you're belaboring the joke. Because now, at this point, like, the joke is that your roommate is having sex, and you think he's doing it in another room, but he's not. That's the pop. And then when he tries to do this other shit, like, you're not even my roommate, well, that just, like, undercuts the point of the joke. Because if it's just some stranger in your fucking house, that's a completely different story.
Why aren't there more skits? Like, normally, I hate skits. But this is an album where the skits would work. Track number 12, Dawa and Fana.
Oh my god.
It starts with this dude telling a story.
Jesus.
And he finishes the story, and it's not a very funny story.
It's
but
not!
If the track ended at the end of the story, I think that would have worked. In the context of this album, right? But no. Then we need a fucking remix of the story that goes for like another minute and a half.
Yeah.
And it's so obnoxious. It's, why is this on here? Fucking 6 guys, 1 Honda. The joke here is that there's 6 guys in 1 Honda.
See.
So, how many times do you think they tell the story or tell the joke of one guy having to sit on another guy? If your answer was like 7, you'd be right. Where else can you go with that? The part where I almost, dude, I'm gonna tell you right straight up, I almost gave up on this album like 4 times, and it's only 37 minutes.
Yeah, no,
I couldn't fucking take it.
Upon repeated listens, I skipped past the poop song because I was just like, I don't like.
You might as well just call it that.
I don't need to hear it. I don't need to hear it anymore. Booty in the Air, completely skipped. It sounds like Booty in the Air sounds like a fucking Keenan and Kel song. Like, you know, like the played in the background or something, you know. Booty in the air, booty in the chair, booty in the air. In fact, wasn't that like on the, all that, you know, to sit your booty on the ground, in the air, sit in the chair, yeah, you know. And then fucking Love Song, where out of fucking like, I understand the point is that it's being random. And it was like, but there's still like a bit of a basic point. Like, oh, you think it's a love song, but it's not. and then it just does Tupac's Dear Mama. It's like, and even as a Dairy Queen mama, you always was a black queen mama. And I was just like, this is just like random in and of itself isn't funny, you know?
The part I was gonna say about Six Guys, One Honda was where
it's
he
the
says...
only one that feels like a fucking song, you know?
He says, I don't remember the exact words, so I'm gonna paraphrase it, but don't worry, nothing will be lost in the translation. He says, I'm riding in the chair, but I got my hat on my face so you can't see it's me. I see you texting, you text me, ha ha ha, because you saw me, but you didn't see me because it wasn't me. Make me so mad. It's like, so many of this shit are just words. They're just nonsense words thrown together. It doesn't make sense. These aren't jokes. The one track that made me laugh, but besides Roommate Woes, where I didn't actually laugh, but I smiled because I got the joke, because for once, it was actually a setup punchline.
Yeah, and it's great how it starts off, like, you just hear that sound and you're like, is someone just like banging their palms or something?
Yeah. Was in Gushy, the outro.
Oh, no.
But even then, they ruin it.
Yeah.
Because at the end, this whole setup is, and again, it goes on for 4 minutes, which is just uncalled for. They are doing this, like, live, smooth R&B parody.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I hate the bullshit, but I miss your gushy. It's supposed to be like a sexy, like pussy thing, I guess. I don't know. But at the end of it, they do this thing where they're, like, introducing all the members. And it's like, on the whatever, so-and-so. And at one, like, and you can tell it's all, like, just, like, keyboard samples.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, that was kind of funny. But at one part, it goes, and on the bass, so-and-so.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy just goes, bow, 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 bow. Like, he just does that. And I laughed. But then they immediately ruin it by going, that's his mouth.
I know. Explain the joke, yeah.
Why would you explain the goddamn joke? It drove me nuts. One. If I could give it a 0, I'd give it a 0. Such a fucking 1. Trash. How is there a sequel album to this? How is there a Broken Famous 2?
God
Please.
Damn it. Why'd you put it in people's heads? Now they're gonna start fucking...
Look, guys. I know we always talk about the Patreon. Please. Don't request Broken Famous 2. I can't do it again.
Okay. I will say, Leggings Song had a good chorus.
How did the chorus go on that
like,
one? I don't really remember.
Wear 'em all day, wear 'em all night. They're cutting this off the circulation, but they look high.
Oh, yeah. It was like, okay.
Right. Let me say, and then there was How to Be a Sexy Man, which I, like, the joke worked at first, and then, like, the end of the joke is just an Asian joke, and it was just uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. Well, I forget the wording on that one, but yeah, I cringed.
You're just like, you can't, it's like, How to Be a Sexy Man is basically squint your eyes and look away from the camera. And then it's like, and then it's like, you really can't tell if you're Asian, though, because your job's 50% already done. And it was just like, all right, that was... Why? Why did that need to be there, you know?
Wasn't there another track that made an uncomfortable, like,
yeah,
Asian
it's like,
joke?
it was in the 6 Guys in a Honda. Because it was just like, we're packed in like we're trying to be Mexicans. And it was just like, okay. This is really for children. Like, this is for, like, 7-year-olds who think they're being edgy by listening to these guys. You know?
I would say so, yeah. So, it's, it's very immature.
For that alone, I would be like, a 2. But for anyone else, this is a 1.
For you personally, it's a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, just because I understand the audience, and a lot of this would suit them, but even then, like, I would ask for better of my entertainers. You know what I'm saying?
I felt so bad listening to this, and I couldn't do it in one go. It was impossible. I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I gotta take a break and come back to this 40-minute album again later because I couldn't do it in one go. So bad. So bad. And I feel bad that we're in turn, like, critiquing or commenting on the sense of humor of whoever requested this album. I don't mean to. But, dude, straight garbo. Not to deter anyone from sending in those requests, because, well, obviously do them, good or bad. Hit us up on Patreon, patreon.com/rapcritic, or patreon.com/muse for details. As for the show, I think that about wraps it up for this week. Check us out on Patreon, subscribe to us on YouTube. If this is your first time checking out our podcast, all of our old episodes are on SoundCloud and iTunes. Just search Goin Off Podcast. It's GOIN_off podcast. And until next week, for the aforementioned Going Off Podcast, I'm Muse.
And I'm Rap Critic. And Muse, I don't know where I'm going to be able to find 500 tacos. Muse, I don't know where I'm going to be able to put those spoons if I get them all in the same place. Muse, ah, here it goes.
Down, down, down. Down, down, down.